Okay, I think we're live. Onana gone, Dan Levy gone. Two happy people with me on the stream today. Welcome to
My
Pretentious Sports Review with the
Hello,
football
hello,
foot
hello,
climb.
hello.
And we
what's
have
up,
two
guys?
happy men with us. The first one, Piyush Kenwa, a dear friend of mine. He's very happy that Dan Levy's finally gone. The second person, also a dear friend of mine, Nikhil Indrado. He's very happy Onana's gone. Hi, guys.
What's up, guys? Dare I say it? My sadness is gone.
Almost there. Just like that bomb squad is big.
Bomb squad is big. Yeah, freedom
They
fighters
managed to get
included.
rid of a few people, right?
Yeah,
We
I
did
think.
get rid of quite a few people, right? Like
Yeah,
Jaden Sancho, who was being like a pain like throughout the summer, but he was a big one to go. Uh, Onana is gone now. We have Anthony. Kind of felt nice for him when I saw the videos from Real Betis. But he had
Oh
to
yeah,
go,
he
obviously.
was balling
Yeah.
out there, yeah. जो
hmm
उसको खुला स्ट्रीट में उसको पूरा मोर्चा दे रहे थे मतलब
Bro, he's
वो बहुत
bigger
अच्छा
than
लग रहा था
yeah,
Messi, it feels like, bro. In Betis, like Messi, who? It's Anthony, the goat fidget spinner.
I
yeah.
hope
He
he
said
has
he
the
got an offer.
Victoria arc.
Yeah, surely. I heard he got an offer from Bayern, but he rejected that to go to Betis.
Right.
Loyal.
If there's,
Them.
yeah,
But
if
honestly, I
anyone
mean,
is able
would he
to do,
find space in that Bayern team? I don't know.
Possibly not.
Tough.
No.
yeah, I mean, covering
So,
for Olise, definitely not.
I don't know. No chance.
Yeah, can't compete with Olise. Cool, Varun. What's
So
on
few
the
things
agenda
happened
today?
last week.
Yeah, yeah.
So few things happened last week. The transfer window, as everyone knows, it closed down. Lot of deals gone through in the last 1 or 2 days when it stopped. And the World Cup friendlies are here. Not friendlies, but they feel like friendlies, surely. But the qualifiers are underway. And yeah, uh, we're going to do a tier list today of the transfers, maybe of the top six of the Prem, maybe get a Madrid in there. So yeah, Piyush, take it away,
Yeah, sadly, our La Liga panel is not here with us. Will be dearly missed by a real
unfortunately.
treaties. Cool. So we'll do top six. We have a couple more sprinkled there as well. We'll see what we can do. So I'll just start sharing. So I'll go. We'll look at each club's incomings and outgoings. We'll try to then rank these clubs as if they did well in the window, and then we have some questions at the end that who had the best window, who had the worst window, who was the best signing, worst signing, etc., etc. So yeah, let's
Just to
let's let's
interject
start.
you, I have just noticed the name of our podcast, Pretentious Sports Review, which Tarun
Not
has commented.
PSR.
I'm not even
Nice.
sure whether he's commented he loves the podcast or the financial rules in the Premier League.
I love PSR. Yeah, Daniel Levy loves you. Cool, yeah. Let's go. I think you'll have to put me on stage, Varun. Yep. Okay, we'll start with Chelsea. First, I tried to include all of their signings here, but then any space on the document on any document is too short for including everything. They have some, I think, 11 or 12 incomings and somewhere around 28 outgoings this season. No, I think this number is here actually. Yeah, 23 arrivals and 26 departures. Huge window, but ending up in a net positive of 4 million euros somehow. Can only be Chelsea. Top
It can only
transfers
be Chelsea.
they brought in.
Can only be
Yeah,
Chelsea.
they brought in Joao Pedro, Estevao, Jamie Gittins, Garnacho, Jorel Hato. Definitely, there's like 10 more that I'm missing. But yeah, departures, they were able to fleece Arsenal somehow for Madueke 56 million euros. Nicholas Jackson heading to Bayern after some controversy towards the end. Nkunku goes to Milan, Joao Felix to Al Nassr, Petrovic to Bournemouth. So yeah, in terms of outgoings, not too bad.
And that's the case with Chelsea, right? We were having this talk, I think day before yesterday, that whatever happens every season, just Chelsea is just really good at selling. मतलब, we have different views, both of us, on Madueke. I think he'll do good at Chelsea, but yeah, I think because साका कभी इंजर होगा तो ये काम आएगा Madueke इनके, क्योंकि अभी अभी इंजर
Yeah,
हो भी गया ना साका. I don't think
Yeah,
yeah,
he's going to
he
play.
got
he's
injured. Yeah. Like a Arsenal friend of mine, like he's constantly been saying for the past couple years, like they are always good. They have been coming second, but it's like up till last year, if they had like certain players like Saka, if they got injured, like there was no backup there. Like there was backup, but not good enough in the crunch part of the season. We just need to grind out results or like just those 1-0 victories that really count. I think this depth with Madueke, like he's going to be a good signing. Uh, did get fleeced with the 56 million tag, but hey, if it's winning them the league, they won't care at the end of the season. But
yeah,
Chelsea, like, mad respect to them too in terms of the transfer market, right? Like for the longest time, like I felt like they've been really good. They've become a high frequency trader in these last few years since Bowley took over. Yeah, this season could be really good for them. I think they're the team to look out for. Like they can certainly make some runs later in the season.
yeah, and
I felt like before the
uh,
season started, Chelsea could even win the damn thing. Like they
Yeah, I
looked pretty
remember we
strong for them.
discussed that on this on one
Yeah,
of our
yeah, yeah.
streams. Yeah.
so
Because I like
yeah,
last year, I thought Palmer was like the person who they relied upon to create chances the most. And like now they have instead of Nicholas Jackson, if they have Pedro, there's someone who can do the link up play and he can finish also. And there's an aerial threat to him, which I don't think Jackson. I mean, he's just not good at finishing.
yeah. So these are Chelsea's attacking options right now. On the left hand side, we have Jamie Gittins, Garnacho, centrally João Pedro and Liam Delap. Both of them slightly different profile strikers. Cole Palmer in that free roaming right hand side half space. That's where he is most likely to operate. On the right hand side, Estevao, left footed from here, can drift inside. Pedro Neto also left footed, can drift inside. Neto plays on both ends, can play on left wing also, but on a more sort of touchline hugging role. My concern is, I think, Varun, on your point, the creativity. So Petro is good at linking up from here to here. So sort of you can say in this space, this area of the pitch, somewhere between the second and the
Correct, correct.
final third. But yeah, I think Palmer had more of a responsibility here and then creating those chances for others, or maybe creating space for others, etc., etc. But that true creativity in terms of finding that pass, I think that is something that's still missing in this Chelsea midfield. You have like a box crasher in Enzo. You have a Palmer, yes, definitely, but that's the only option you have for finding that angle in games where you'll be playing against, let's say, low blocks, etc. What do you think?
I think especially on the left hand side, if they have Garnacho and Gittins, I think Gittins gets a shoe in first. But with Esteva and Gittins, I don't think they'll fall short of creating chances, is what I'm trying to say. And if the ball ends up within the penalty area, I think Petro and Delap, I think will form a decent partnership between them. Not necessarily playing in the same team, maybe coming off the bench, but I don't know. I don't think Chelsea will fall short of creating chances. Especially if like Kukure also comes forward to like crash the box sometimes. So I think Palmer and like Pedro will be a decent combination.
Plus the fact that like I feel Garnacho and especially the wingers that they have now in Chelsea, they can really stretch the pitch in the final third. And so don't be surprised if they end up finding a lot of spaces with like people making late runs into the box. If they can get some good passing crosses in, I think they should be fine. They'll be okay.
I'll just read out some
I mean, they
numbers.
did thrashed West Ham. Yeah.
Jamie Gittins last season 49 games, 12 goals, 3 assists. Do you think that's a creative player?
Ah,
Certainly has the makings for one, right? Like that's not exactly sure on his age, but I mean those are decent numbers.
Yeah, he's young. He's young. He's young. So what he does is basically touch line and then sort of making this run.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, making this to this run and then playing a shortcut back. That's usually his play, or he'll come here and take a shot. So that's why he has a lot of goals. He's a very shooting first winger. So is the case with Garnacho on the left hand side. If you play Neto there, then yes, you can get some crosses in. But with Garnacho and Bino Gittins, both of them are sort of shooting first players and rather not purely or at least not instinctively creative players.
yeah, I mean, I get the merit of your this thing argument because even if you look at the game against West Ham, I think a chunk
What a
of the goals
DPS
came
thing
from
to say, man.
corners.
What a DPS thing to say. I get the merit of your argument. Just be aggressive.
Because in that game they got a lot of goals from corners. So
Yeah, set piece goals. Yes. Let's see how they do. I think they've got a lot of things right. I think one thing that they also failed to address was the back line. I think that is still looking a little bit weak. They've added Jorel Hato, a left-footed centre back, to cover for both centre back and left back. But yes, that is definitely see since the departure of Thiago Silva. I think they've been lacking that leader in that back line. Reece James, you could call him one, but he just keeps missing games. So yeah, I think that is one thing that I feel is a little bit of a concern. Yeah, anything else on Chelsea, or do you want to start rating them?
I think we're
I'll
good to
go with
start.
rating them.
Yeah, yeah. Cool. Varun, what about you? How do you rate Chelsea's window?
Same as yesterday. A. I think it was a decent window for them. And I say that because of the outgoings. I think they were really good
Yeah,
in that sector.
yeah.
Yeah,
Pratik, what do
I
you
would
think?
probably say the same. Decent window again, like they've made a good amount of money as well, and with the incomings, I think there's a lot to be happy about if you're a Chelsea fan.
Yeah, true, true. I'll also go with A actually. I have one thing to say. I think Chelsea, as the years pass by, it feels a very soulless club now.
It
So many
does.
incoming, so many
But I can't say
outgoings.
that because I'm a City fan. So
I
But even City has like a very established, group of players who sort of slowly get filtered out. Chelsea just replaces them like that. If you're not performing, go.
true. Uh,
I
which is
kind
a
of see
shift
them
from
as
what
like
they used to
the
do, I guess.
Yeah,
I was gonna say I kind of see them as like the Amazon of in the software field. Like they'll keep on getting new developers.
yeah,
2 years
keep
they're gonna
firing
grind
them.
them, yeah, and then after 2 years, after they're burnt out, just recycle possession.
Cool. I think we're all aligned at A for Chelsea. What is the audience saying? I'm not able to see that. What's the audience rating the Chelsea window as?
All the viewers, we would encourage you to write your ratings down. Engage करो भाई थोड़ा. Come on. पीयूष, come on भाई, पीयूष शर्मा. तेरा तो favorite club है भाई.
Chelsea's GOAT.
Chelsea's
Chelsea S tier. Yeah, obviously. Cool. Cool. Moving on. Liverpool.
Akshat thinks
The
it's B. Okay. Moving on to okay, the biggest, I
wow.
guess,
Biggest one.
spenders.
483 million euros spent. 200 million from outgoings. Primarily Luis Diaz, Darwin Nunez, Jarrell Kwanzaa. They did a good job on Jarrell Kwanzaa. 35 million is not a bad price for him. Darwin Nunez too.
And they have a
Luis
buyback clause
Diaz.
also in that contract.
Oh yeah. Buyback or sell on?
Buyback. They
Yeah.
want to
Okay.
get him back if he does well at Leverkusen. They have like I think they have faith in him.
Right. Interesting.
I mean, he
Luis
has
Diaz, I
potential, but I
yeah.
still feel it's a bit of a fleece with Leverkusen. We'll see how things progress
Yeah.
with the new manager. That whole situation was just really messy with Ten
The
Hag.
the new manager, right?
The
The new
new
manager is
manager,
gone.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and Luis
not
Diaz
a
70
good
million
stretch
now.
of 2 years for bald people, I would say, in football.
Yeah.
Varun, you're quite silent after that comment.
But
Yeah,
yeah, I
Luis
was also
Diaz
sad to
to
see
Bayern.
Harvey Elliott go. Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry, Harvey Elliott. Yeah.
that was an interesting one.
It's still a loan, right? It's still a loan with option to buy, I think. Harvey Elliott
I
is
think
a
it's an
loan to
option to
Aston
buy
Villa.
for Harvey Elliott, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You were
Not
saying about
bad,
Luis
but yeah.
Diaz, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, what are they thinking? What is Bayern seeing in him that I'm not worth 70 million euros? I'm not. I failed to see it.
I mean, he did score in that, I think, was it the DFB Pokal game? He was playing some final, right?
Look, if you
Might
are
not have
in
been the Pokal,
Bayern,
but some.
yeah, if you're like a top Premier League player and you're playing for Bayern, you're gonna score. Like you're gonna score very easily. But yeah, I mean, he's good. He's good, but he's. I don't think he's 70 million good, and he's like, I think he's 28 or 29. It's not a very young player.
And I thought with Musiala injured, they would go for someone who could progress the ball, which is not someone like I don't think Luis Diaz does that.
Yeah,
He's good at a fast break. Sometimes
yeah,
when he can like shoot properly, but sometimes you feel like
yeah,
he's just not putting himself in situations where he can end up scoring, was
yeah, and
also a
he's
common theme with Nunes.
yeah, bit wasteful, I say,
Yeah,
for Luis
definitely feels
Diaz.
like a luxury signing. For
Yeah,
me, like 20, 25 million too much. Maybe 45 would have been justified.
yeah,
And he's at that stage where he's going to have this one last big contract of like 3, 4 years. And then after that, it's just how how he goes with his age being like 32, 33 by the end of it. We'll have to see.
true that.
I don't see him as a player who can win you like Champions
I
League,
think,
and I think that would be
yeah,
the top priority for Bayern.
true.
So outgoings,
True.
Alexander Arnold,
But
the 10 million felt like chump change. Like it was like
And
fine, I'll play this million.
that was
Rekam
just
aayega.
for getting him for an extra month for the Club World Cup. That was it. Otherwise, it was a
yeah,
free transfer. That's probably maybe the low point of this window for Liverpool. But they had it coming. Like they knew going into it that that was going to happen, so they had prepared well for it. The signings they've had,
Yep.
like they've been amazing. Like let's not forget Jeremy
Just a
yeah,
point, right?
coming
Frimpong.
to
Yeah.
that.
I was surprised to see कि न्यूनेस को 53 million के लिए लिया, and that's going to Saudi. I was like, bro, 53 million Saudi. How bad do you have to be not to break the triple figure record? That is just. I felt really bad for Nunez at that point.
but who, there's no one who I think I feel this window Saudi has also been spending a little bit more frugally, like not as outrageously as before. I don't think we've seen any huge money transfers to Saudi. I may be wrong. I don't think there have been. Mostly in the 50 to 60 million euro region.
I don't know, man. If you people get more in the Premier League, if you go to Saudi, at least get some money, man.
Did we
I think
lose
Piyush is
Piyush there?
frozen.
Yeah,
Yes, I
possibly.
think we lost him.
Before,
So yeah,
while
let's
he,
move on to incomings then.
Mhm.
So
Like
what has been your favorite
Kirkis
Liverpool signing?
Frimpong. That's I mean, I gotta give them like props. If Frimpong becomes the player we saw him in Leverkusen, like replacing Trent with him is like a solid, like, deal instantly. Like I would be jealous for sure if this works out for them. Um, Other than that, Ekitike has been like an underrated one, and with Isaac in the mix, like just watch out the rest of the league. It's gonna be crazy. Expect a lot of late comebacks too, with the firepower they have. Chiesa off the bench, like wow, like it's 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 good time to be a Liverpool fan. Uh, yeah, it's
Oh,
this one
I
hurts.
think we've lost Piyush. Anyway, but yeah, on your point of
Okay,
Frimpong being a really good signing, I think he's a great signing for Liverpool. The only concern I had with him joining Liverpool was that Trent and Frimpong are very different players. They're great right backs. They're very good attacking wise. But Frimpong is a
right.
very different player to Arnold. Arnold is like a ball player, right? He will play these long balls to maybe get a transition in or get a through ball down the channel. But
Yeah,
Frimpong is someone who likes to go up front by carrying the ball or getting these runs with an overlapping or underlapping with the uh, player who's up front in the channel. So
yeah.
I think,
I mean,
do you think that like
100.
that's a big change in how Liverpool plays?
Well, I think it's a like I'm not gonna lie. When I first like this is maybe a couple years back or so, when I first heard of Frimpong and what he was doing in Bundesliga and him being on the score sheet every now and then, I thought he was just a young right winger. Until I realized he's like playing right back and just like making all these attacking runs. Now I feel with Van Dijk in the side, right? Like if I am the opposition and I'm on the counter and I see Van Dijk, like there's a bit of hesitance there. Like he is so good with like holding people up until the defense shows up to sort of help him out. And so with him in the side and with Allison as a goalkeeper, even though he's not been at his best in recent seasons, he's still like a great goalkeeper. So when you see that, you can totally let like Frimpong do his thing, go up front. You can probably shift the defense a little bit to sort of uh, make uh, sort of concessions for him. And
Yeah,
yeah, I just see like seven attackers at any given time in this Liverpool squad. It's scary to play against them if uh, once they have like their whole chemistry going really well. Once all the new signings start to gel well together, like there is a Champions League run, like a really good Champions League run in there for this team to be made this season.
I mean, with 480 million spent, you would expect that. If
Right.
if you aren't Man United, that is.
Yeah, we've I could talk, but I don't want to
We'll
now.
come to
It's
that.
just
Nicky
really
will
bad.
get
Sorry,
the
sorry.
full time to
I'm so sorry.
sort of express his
I,
pain and anger and
yeah,
whatever other emotions.
it's
So yeah,
they've obviously had like this 480 million or whatever signing, right? But what we should also consider is their outgoings and how much money they've been able to rake in for those outgoings, like 200 something million for the players they have sold.
Yeah, yeah.
Like if this is United, we don't even get 100 for all the players.
Yeah.
So
That's the
great,
United
great
tax that
transfer
you
work.
pay for your outgoings.
So we pay the tax when we are getting in players, and then we pay taxes when we're losing them. It's
Getting them
horrible
out also.
throughout. Yeah.
I was just trying to spend some of my time on how Liverpool are going to set up and how the hell are they going to fit Isak into this lineup. So let's say in possession, Kirk is going up and down this line on the left. Soboslai sort of slotting into midfield, Grafenberg dropping back as a third centre back. You have now Weirds and McAllister. Weird sort of playing a little bit up front. Kitike is here, Salah's tucked inside a little bit. Now, where do you fit Isak? I think one obvious answer to replace him with is probably you can get rid of Gakpo and put Isak on the left hand side, which is a position he plays for Sweden. Uh, so that front line is Gyökeres, Isak, and usually it's Kulusevski, but I think he's injured now, so someone else is playing on that right hand side. But yeah, I mean it's a different and difficult thing to work out for Arne Slot on how to get this attack to work and how to defend in transition because once the ball is lost, then it becomes a difficult job. If you have Sabozlai, then he can still slot into midfield. But let's say if you have Frimpong, then Frimpong would like to play right here, hugging the touchline on the right hand side of the pitch. So it's a very vulnerable situation for them defensively. Like in the midfield, they don't have. There's a non-existent uh, midfield here in transition. So I think that's what worries me.
With adding to that point, if Frimpong stays injured for the next, which is will be for the next 2 weeks, I think. So, how long is Soboslai going to keep up with this year? I mean, he's been really great. I think against Newcastle also,
Yeah.
against Arsenal also, he was good. But how long can he like keep this up here? Like that, I think Liverpool is going to lose at least one game in the next 3 games that they have. Like it has to like somehow crumble defensively.
Possibly that could happen, but again, I would like, and I have mad respect for Liverpool the way they've progressed in recent seasons. I think they just have that goal scoring factor in them. Like if you remember the Newcastle game, like I was so surprised by the way Newcastle played after going a man down, being 2-0 down and coming back. And they did, like you're right, Varun. Like they did have Liverpool on the ropes there for quite a bit of time with the defense, but that goal scoring factor will just I feel like that might just carry them unless there's like
Yeah.
couple of the main players start having like stinkers. Yeah, I can see them losing games for the reason you've mentioned. Maybe they do one like I don't know. I just feel like they have enough right now without injuries to just carry them this season.
And yeah, I guess when you do that, when you get quality players in your team, moments of like क्या बोलते हैं rarity can like which can change the entire game are much more present. With Szoboszlai, we saw that against Arsenal. That free kick was out of the
That
world.
was beautiful.
I think Raya moved perfectly. He could not have done better, but still went in. So yeah, I guess that is true. They did do find a way to just come back every time, and it's been amazing to watch. Like Liverpool games are very entertaining to watch, other than the Arsenal match.
Yeah, he dove correctly, just the ball. He's not used to the ball, he said. It's fine. It's fine. The new
Of course,
Puma
that's
ball.
Arsenal, man. They had that same excuse last time when they lost to Newcastle in the
Yeah,
EFL
Carabao.
semi-finals.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and they were like the ball is different. Like, it's different for both teams, man.
It's been
So,
raining.
I was
Nothing can
thinking
be
the exact
different.
same thing. Yeah, it's been raining for both teams.
We mustn't forget.
Shoot. So yeah, okay. Any other transfers that you want to talk about in Liverpool? Otherwise, we'll go to the ratings.
We haven't addressed the elephant in the room. Wirtz. He has been. I think he was my signing to watch out for in the first episode, but I think it will take time for him to adjust into Liverpool system. I think
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
he's a touch heavy player, and he needs more touches to create more chances. So Liverpool are on like playing on short breaks, and they as they have always done in the Premier League. As much as Slot wants to like instill some sort of stability in the team, that like it's going to be utter chaos, and they're going to somehow just score. So yeah, I think Wirtz will take time, but Ekitike I think has been the best. I think signing
Best
that has
performing
like just
signing. Yeah,
started in the Prem. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
just now.
So Varun, where do you place them? I think another unanimous
Ah,
answer is coming, but yeah, tell me.
I think it's an S. You might think
Yeah.
it's an A, but I think it's an S. It could not have gone better. They got the best player in the Prem.
S for me
100%
too.
S for me as well.
No doubt, no doubt.
Gotta be above A. Yeah, just too good.
More than anything, I'm just looking forward to watching all Liverpool games because it's going to be ultra attacking.
Yeah, those first 20 or so minutes against Crystal Palace in the Community Shield final, I was stunned.
Yeah,
Like, what is this
yeah.
team? What has been unleashed? But yeah,
And that was
they're
like
not.
Ekitike's statement, like, I have arrived. I know how to
Yeah,
play.
they can bleed, but yes, insane team nonetheless. Cool. So we'll move on to the next one. Woo, Manchester City. Total of 200 million euros spent, 70 million from outgoings, negative net spend. Top departures: Vitorish goes on a loan to Girona, Jack Grealish to Everton. Wow, beautiful decision by him. Annual Akanji to Inter, McAtee to Nottingham Forest. Jan Kuto was in City still. I had no idea.
He did go
Yeah,
out on a loan, I think.
oh, they brought in Reinders, Cherky, Donnarumma, most recent of them. Ait Nouri, James Trafford. Surely there's one or two more that I'm not able to include here. But yeah, I think Varun, this is your stage, your time to shine.
Take it away.
Take it away. Do this
Transfers are
ball,
where
Man City.
City is like always. I think I can always brag about being a City fan when it comes to transfers. But yeah, a lot of good incomings. I thought we would have more outgoings this season, but I don't know. One of the outgoings that is not present there is Ederson, which is going to be replaced by Donnarumma. So yeah, I think incomings are good. Like the theme going into the season was complete overall, right? City had to just change completely, and I think it's going to. Pep is taking some time to figure out how to go about the season. And up until now, the transfers feel like they're going to be completely different from what he's been doing. Because the first decision, like when they got Haaland, it was very unlike Pep because he loved the false nine rule. He always loved. He would say things like the center forward should create goals also instead of just scoring them. But now then he got Haaland, and now his like the core philosophy behind his football was to play out from the back. Now Ederson has gone, who was arguably one of the better goalkeepers who could play out from the back, and now he's getting Donnarumma. So it's a major shift from what he's trying to do. Uh, yeah, excited to see what he comes up with. It's been a good. I think it's been a good window for us, though.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
I
Nicholas.
gotta ask you this, Varun. We have a question, or actually an statement in the chat. Like Rangers will have a better season than Woods. What do you think about that one?
So I have, so I'm going to share my screen. I just had something to show.
Yeah.
Just a second. Wait a second. Is my screen visible?
Not right now, not to me, no. Yep, I can
Yeah.
see a screen
Yeah.
now.
Okay. So, interesting point about Reinders. I was trying to think of who he reminded me of, and his playstyle has really reminded me of Gundogan. I think we City has been successful in finding a successor to Gundogan because this is a look at the heat map. Now the season that I chose for Gundogan was the 22-23 season, and Reinders last season at AC Milan. The heat map not very similar in like the volume of touches, but you would you I to me it looks like they do kind of receive the ball in the same areas and work in the same manner, specifically in the mannerisms and how they move with the ball. And what I've already I saw these stats on SofaScore, and some of them are quite similar, but there are some differences in how they play. The first one is how they defend. So on the right is Reinders, and on your left is Gundogan. So Reinders, he also looks like a interception heavy player, and the stats say the same thing. Gundogan, he was quite good at halting plays when he used to press. So I think Reinders, he might not look as someone who does not make a lot of tackles, but I think his defensive positioning is such that he makes a good contribution to the defensive side of things. And if you look at dribbling, the Reinders is a dribbling heavy player, and we saw the same against Wolves, which is what impressed me the most. So this goal was probably the best out of the lot on that 4-0 day. And so this play started here when Reinders received the ball in the deep area. And then he had two choices, right? He could play this pass to Rico Lewis. He saw Bernardo going into this space here. Now what he does is he goes with the ball, he dribbles, and now he has four options. He could, pass to all these four players, and the defenders are aware of it. So the way he moved was he was trying to just for like feed the defender into thinking that he's going to play that pass, and because of which he won this duel because he was faking a pass to Rico Lewis here, and he just glided the ball in front of the two defenders and played a beautiful chip for Rico Lewis, who essentially just put it in for Haaland to score. So I really love Reinders, and I think what he's done up until now is pretty impressive. City, it's the next two games after Wolves were very excruciating to watch as a City fan. But I think Reinders will do better. Uh, Not necessarily in Words. I don't. Words is a world class player. He could also shine. But yeah, I think he's going to do well.
I think last season an over dependence on Gundogan was hurting City because he didn't have the legs for
Yeah,
Premier League.
Yeah, 100%.
yeah,
I was gonna say if we take last season aside, and this is before he went to Barcelona, like I've always felt this that great players, especially attacking players, like they differentiate themselves with like good players is when like maybe February, March, April comes up, like they really perform during that period when there's deep into the Champions League run or like deep into the Premier League title charge. Like Gundogan was special that way. Like he would just show up in March and April, score a ton of goals. Like think about that game against Aston Villa on the final day of the season when they're losing 2-1
yeah,
or
dude. Yeah,
2-0. And like wow, I mean, I remember being I was traveling that day. I was on a flight and I was watching that game, and like the third goal goes in, like random people on the flight just scream, and I was like, okay, I didn't know there were that many City players, but like that's the magic that City has gotten in the last 10 years, and Gundogan. So yeah, like Reinders has definitely has potential. Uh, I'm excited to see how he progresses this season. Whether the whatever he had in Serie A translates into the Premier League. It should be fun to watch.
Yeah, there were talks like if one of the Serie A team of the season 11 players is like this, he's performing that well, then think what the Serie A MVP would do in the Prem.
He didn't do
For
anything.
any
He was
for any other team, he performs much better.
Yeah,
I think it's one of those things like the manager we had last season, at the beginning of last season. Like it was a win-win situation in some regards for both us and McSauce. Like more for him because he has had like an amazing season. It just sort of felt like things had sort of plateaued for him, and he needed a fresh start. We got
yeah,
like a decent amount for him, which in retrospect wasn't. We could have gotten more if he
yeah.
had these kind of performances, but Mexos was just a different vibe. Like I love the McFred era was like quite an era to watch with Ole as a manager. Great attacking, counter attacking football.
Very
We
fluid.
just yeah, I just like enjoyed that. That's like my favorite football to watch post Ferguson era. Uh, I think they just lacked in trophies. If we could have gotten a couple there, things would have been different. But that's I'm going down a path. It's not worth it at the moment. It's all about what
hey,
if.
hey,
Uh,
I know you feel bad. I'll allow this sweet nostalgia. It's okay.
mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I have a quick question for you, Niklendra, since both of us might be a little bit biased. Let's say right now you had to get into Man United. Someone, would you get either Haaland or would you get Kane? This is one of the questions in the comments, but
Ooh, Haaland or Kane?
yeah,
So, good question. I would probably lean towards Kane, and it's not because I don't like Haaland. I think Haaland's a great player, but between the two of them, I think Haaland banks more on like the service that is provided to him, and Kane can create a little bit more when the service is not there. Like if you see like uh, Haaland has just like he had that great season when they won the treble, and like you saw the players he had around him,
yeah,
and he's still performing way above like the standard. But you can see a difference when like the quality of the city midfield or like the attack around him like slightly deteriorated. But with Kane, like he was playing at Tottenham, which had its good seasons, but was nowhere near like the City teams we've seen, and you could still see the output that Kane was bringing. I think, I think if he had just stayed in Tottenham or just maybe in the Premier League, he could have broken like way too many records. Like I think
yeah.
Alan Shearer was probably like satisfied when he saw his move to Bayern. Yeah, I got to put
He
Kane
might come
in
back. He
there.
might come back. He's like I think
He
30
might
or
come back
40
though.
goals away. Yeah.
There is the romance of him coming back to Spurs also.
We have a buyback clause. I have heard buyback or right of first refusal, one of the two. Let's see. Let's see. Cool. We'll rate it then. Put me up. Put me up.
As I wanted to ask you, since you guys are here, I might be biased. I think I'm being very pessimistic because I keep thinking that there's no chance that City wins this title this season. Like I have no hopes. I don't think City is going to win any trophy this season.
I don't know about that. Like, I'm sure they have it in them to make cup runs at the least. Premier League, yeah, it's going to be tough for them. But trophyless, I mean, they went trophyless last season. So I expect better things from them. They can probably make a good cup run at the least.
Agreed. Agreed.
It
Cup run,
saddens me
yes.
that we
League,
are at
no.
this state now.
I think
Did
Arsenal is closer to the league than City.
Yeah,
It
And
pains
then we're
me
yeah,
to
talking about
say, but
Arsenal.
yeah,
Then Arsenal, like I don't know. I love Arsenal for all for the wrong reasons.
yeah,
what reasons are those?
We'll get
entertainment.
into it.
Yeah. So Varun, what do you rate it?
uh, uh, I think the window has gone really well. We could have gotten a right back, but uh, I think A. There could have been more outgoings and more incomings, but I think Kovacic could have been gone. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I was probably thinking somewhere A and B, but I'll just give them the benefit of the doubt. And it's definitely an A if Cherokee works out. I know he's gotten an injured and hasn't had the best start. So I'm gonna give them A just for, potential there. We'll see how things change.
Yeah, I am going for a B. I understand most of it, but not all of it. There are some signings that confuse me a little bit, and nobody's cooking. I'll have to
Like the
reserve my
double
judgment.
goalkeeper.
Yeah, Donnarumma,
Yeah,
Trafford.
triple, triple. We got three.
Who's the
Yeah,
third
who's the
one?
third one? Is it like a young keeper to be?
Uh, it's a young guy. I forgot where he's from. I forgot his name.
Oh, cool. Yes, this the sauce is coming. All the spice is coming together. Now it's time for you to spill out all the pain. Manchester United, 250 million euros spent, 74 million from incoming. Surprisingly, leaving them with net spend of negative 176. Marcus Rashford departs to Barcelona on a loan transfer. Garnacho to Chelsea. Very, very good business by Man United. Hoyland to Napoli, 6 million loan fee. I think there is an option to buy. Anthony to Betis for 22 million. Jadon Sancho to Villa on a loan transfer. No option. Arrivals Benjamin Sheshko, Rice, Mbumo, Cunha, Senlamo. Am I saying it right? In departures, one thing that we have not covered that got confirmed 2 hours ago is Andre Onana is also moving on a loan to Trabzonspor, if I'm spelling that right. No loan fee, no option to buy. Nikulendra, the stage is yours.
I gotta start with the let's start with our departures.
Yeah.
Yeah, we as you already referred, we have this thing called like the bomb squad, which is just players who, while they have just lost their motivation, their potential, they're distracted by other things. And like season after season, because I go all the way back to like maybe 2018, 2019, with Pogba, Lingard being labeled as part of that. If we already didn't have the name bomb squad, almost feels like some sort of virus in there where we have like some good players coming up. Maybe they could be young players that we have in our academy, or we buy them. And like once we think, oh, we have cleared the deadlock, and then we realize, oh, this virus has already passed on to these other youngsters, and this keeps on happening. So I don't know. Do we sign like some psychologist or like some guy who just motivates this team to? Because like Garnacho, when he just popped up on the scene, I thought he would be like our go-to left wing or just an attacking option for years. And then I don't know, something just changed last season. Like I understand there was a bit of falling out. And I understand the frustration Garnacho had after that Europa final for not being started after like having a good run in the Europa League, but it almost felt like he had lost uh, his just like motivation in some ways. Like he was like running himself into the ground with all the matches, and he would make all these runs. And it's not just last season for this particular fact, but last couple seasons where he would just make those runs. Maybe Hoyland is free in the middle, and there's just no service there. So it are both our wingers, like Anthony too, like him having the chance to cross or just like pass the ball in the middle, and that just never worked out. Like it almost felt like at some point they started playing for themselves. So some of these people,
Yeah.
The new manager, like halfway through the season, who joined, like Amorim, just maybe just saw the same thing we all did, and he did not think that that was happening for footballing reasons, and so he thought like it was the moment we had to like sort of change things up. Anthony showed like a lot of potential in Betis. Maybe like the change in surroundings, environment, maybe just the cultural change. Uh, Spain maybe is more lucrative to him, and when he's got that choice and chance to perform, he did. So, I mean,
And
I
he's
felt good
he's
for
he's
him.
loved there. He's loved there.
Yeah, I mean, we've all
Yeah.
seen the videos. It's like Caesar returning to Rome, almost like everyone was out there. Uh, I think that was a good signing. We did overpay for him when we got him, so we did take a big loss on this. But hey, he had like a good option to go. He left. That's fine. No issues. Garnacho, I don't know why he has this affinity for Chelsea. Maybe we'll find out later in this season. Maybe he does some interviews to make his feelings known. Yeah, I'm gonna be watching out for that. But I just this is one signing I hope like he does all right, but not too well against us, because I'm gonna feel bad on this one. Because I really genuinely like this
Steve, I
guy.
had one question.
Oh,
Steve, I
sorry,
have
what
one
was that,
question.
Varun? Yeah.
I had one question. You have not mentioned one guy that I thought the day the deal was announced, I thought of calling you because I thought you'd be hurt. That's Marcus. Are
I
you
was
not
I was
hurt
gonna
that Marcus is
I
gone?
was gonna get to him. I was like that's why I was saving him till the end. Like Marcus Rashford, like give me Marcus Rashford that was there under Ole. Because man, that guy was a baller. Or maybe he just needs like space. Maybe all he requires is like a counter-attacking football. Like bring back Martial from Athens and let them play together. Uh, did Marcus felt like I remember like that first game I ever saw him in. Martial gets injured. Is 2015-16 season. We are playing some team
Yeah.
from like Denmark or something. I forget the name. And Marcus shows up and he's like an 18-year-old. And I am 16 at that point. And I'm like, bro, just like 2 years older, this guy. And like he just shows up at the last moment, scores 2 goals. Like I think all United fans had like a soft spot for Rashford for years. Like he would have these bursts of games where he would just like be like the one of the greatest players in the world, but he never had that consistency to last throughout a season. He did have a couple seasons of great output, but that was not there. And once Ole left, like that slowly started reducing, except for that one patch in 2023 under Ten Hag where he was just great. Yeah, that those great goals at the camp now. But after that, it almost felt like he lost faith in the project. And to be honest, like a lot of fans did too. That's why we had the manager changes, and he would not track back anymore. Uh, it felt like he wasn't giving his all on the pitch. This one hurt because I'd seen him at the team for like 10 years almost. Uh, Now we
Yeah.
have news from Spain that there's been some sort of falling out. I don't know how concrete that is, what sources there are. I know Goal had posted uh, a piece about it that they possibly want to send Marcus back already, which is like 3 months into this. When did he sign? Maybe June or something. So it's been like a few games, and they're already done with him. Like, what's going on there? Like, yeah,
Yeah,
this one
that just
hurts. Like,
feels horrible. I had no clue.
yeah, and also finally, like, I think shout out to Hoyland. Like, he obviously didn't perform to the level we were expecting, but then he didn't have great service either. And all I can think about is like the first 2-3 months he was at the club, like those great Champions League goals, completely destroyed by Onana's performances in that game against Bayern where we lose 4-3. I think he's going to be another Scott McTominay that we let go, where he
Into the
wasn't
same team,
performing for
yes, playing
us.
with
Yeah,
De Bruyne.
he
Yeah.
has De Bruyne there, and like if Serie A is like at the pace where De Bruyne is in his life, he's gonna perform like the De Bruyne we knew in the Prem. And Scotty is there. We have Rasmus. I expect like a decent amount of goals from him this season, and I'm gonna see headlines of how United choked again with this transfer. I think it's just another Scott McTominay where he just it's good for him that he's leaving.
Shall we move on to the incomings now? That is the
Incomings.
meat
Yeah,
of the
that
United window, I
that
feel.
that sure is like now we've been playing with three at the back. So you see, if you go back to the departures, we've sold a lot of wingers or loaned them out, and that's primarily because Amarim likes to play with like two up front, so like less of like the winger play, but more like people who are attacking and who can possibly hold the ball up. And it's good. Like now, I come from the background where I play a lot of fantasy Premier League. Varun, you do too. We were there last season in the league, and I had Mbomo and Cunha at different points because they had so much output in terms of goals and assists. Now, FPL aside isn't a proper factor of judging a player, but they had that output. So if they can even get like a little bit of replication of that for United, that would be great. Because if you see last couple years United, they used to have a really high XG, and then that would just not translate into goals. Like we had so many less goals last
Yeah.
season, nothing was going on. And with these two guys in the side with so much output from the previous seasons, like I know Cunha got injured, so hopefully we can get him back again. But Mbomo, like the first few games I saw, looked like class. Like I expect a lot of things from them, and Mbomo being 25, he has like a good few years in him. So if we can get the team creating, we can have constantly this output from Bruno as well. I think it's going to be great. And finally, pointing out to Sesko, we the media has a way of hyping things up. Obviously, he's a high value transfer, but we got to remember he's just like 22 years old. Like that's 4 years younger than me, so you got to give him
Yeah.
time. Like especially coming from Bundesliga, like Premier League is a change of pace from that. So just got to give him time. We've all seen his aerial abilities. He has that powerful strike in him too, because he came in late as well, almost when the season had started. Just got to give him time. He's 22. Got to let him gel together with his teammates, with this system. He has a lot of potential. Maybe see it in like a month, 2 months. But we should not be too critical of him. And lastly, I got to say the goalkeeping has been horrendous this season. I was depressed after that Grimsby game. If you're a United fan and you weren't, I think you should already be placed on suicide watch.
Yes, you
It's
bundled it at Blundell Park.
mhm. Okay. I haven't heard that one before. But let's see. We have Lamens coming in as a goalkeeper, obviously from a relatively untested league. But having said that, like if you look at his stats, he's in 99 percentile of almost all of them. So that's like a really good thing. Completely different thing to be in the Premier League now. So I just
Yeah,
hope
exactly. That's what I was going to
again
say.
we don't put a lot of pressure on him. United is a big club. Like doesn't matter how bad we play, we have like the media constantly behind us, and
You
we
have to
have
keep
like
saying this every night, right? To help yourself sleep. Like at the end of the
uh,
day, United is a big club.
I mean it's just a fact, right? Like I mean
Yeah, it is
we
a fact.
we
I
can be
agree. I
bad,
agree.
yeah.
Yeah.
But so it's the lights are a little brighter when you play at Old Trafford. Not all players can keep up with that, especially young. If you're a young player,
Yeah, that
you've
is
been
true.
playing well, you come into the team and you're not playing well. Like like that's when like you are tested, your character is tested, whether you can stay afloat or you sink. That is to be seen from Lamens.
Yeah, exactly. And then I feel the same for Sheshko because I thought United is बहुत ज़्यादा बड़ा है Sheshko के लिए. I think वो बहुत ज़्यादा pressure में आ जाएगा. And he might have been better off playing for someone like Newcastle along with like Visa. That could have
I
been
think
good for him, but I'm very skeptical of Sheshko signing this window.
I feel like that's a fair take. Uh, but if you see you're 22 years old and Newcastle comes in or United comes in, Newcastle being the better team right now, absolutely, there's no question. But you see the two come in and like, if it's me, I'm obviously biased, but if it's
I think
any
yeah,
player
90
like
Yeah, that
United,
the pull's there. The pull is there.
the
Yeah.
pull is there.
after finishing 15th, no Europe, nothing, and now no Carabao Cup also. Yeah, players will come.
Hmm.
It's United, lads. It's United.
It's
I would
rare to
just
see
say
Spurs
this.
fans being very salty about United, by the way. Just to point it out. I thought we'll get to this saltiness when we get to Arsenal. It's, do you hate all clubs that are red over?
Not really. Not really. I like
I
Man
do want to
United.
say though, like United, if they have a bad season, it's possibly going to be down to um, not having the depth in midfield, the creativity perhaps, or like actually the holding factor, like someone to sit next to maybe Bruno if he ends up still playing in the midfield too. Like Bruno doesn't provide you the defensive,
Yeah.
reliability. He's going to be the creator of the team, so we need like a solid six in there. Casemiro, bit past his age, he can maybe give us 60 good minutes uh, on a good day. I don't know if we. I know we were in talks with Baleba, not working out. That's totally okay. Maybe we get him next season. That is to be seen. If we don't end up performing as well as we hope to, like don't be surprised if we go for some midfielders when the January transfer window is open.
Right. Varun, where do you place them?
See,
See, my God, what have they done?
Um,
I'll give you my reasons. Okay, I know it's a strong take, but I'll give you my reasons. They have had good incomings, but I don't think they've solved their problems. And I said this in the at the last pod. They needed to get someone like Baleba. They didn't, and I thought they needed some backup in the defense also. So they haven't addressed that. They're playing Diallo as sort of a wing back, which I don't know how he's going to do that. He's more of a winger. He likes to go up front. I don't think he can defend as well. So I don't think like they've. I feel like United has fallen back to the old habit of just buying, expensive and lucrative players. So I feel a bit scary because they've put themselves in a precarious situation. I hope they get at least above 10th, is what I'm hoping.
Fair enough, Nikki. What about you?
yeah, for me, it's got to be B. Couple reasons there, like a lack of a good midfield signing, because that can really come back and haunt us, as I just mentioned. And then, like, I mean, we did sell some of our deadwood, but I, I think the transfers could be a little better. We could get more out of them. So just because of like how much, or I guess the lack of the funds that we got from all these sellings or loaning of players, I gotta go with a B.
Yeah, I think I'm also on the same boat. Some really good signings there, some good ones for the future, but yes, problems remain unsolved in some areas. Cool. How much time do we have, Varun?
We have, I guess, 15, 20 minutes more. We can do Spurs first. Let's do Spurs first
Yeah,
instead of Arsenal.
yeah. Cool. Spurs. The pain ends after a lot of transfer windows of actually this transfer window also. There's been a lot of pain. The pain never ends. Uh, 200 million spent, 41 million from incomings. We remain a bad selling club still. Departures. Jungmin Son departs for LAFC after an illustrious career at Spurs. YBA, a loan deal made permanent. Mikey Moore moves to Rangers. Hill to Girona, and Solomon moves to the problematic FC, new jail. What do you call it? Jail FC? Villarreal. Thomas Partey and Manor Solomon. Beautiful pairing. And yeah, top rivals Xavi Simons, Mohamed Kudus, Del, Palinia, Kolo. So yeah, I think in terms of incomings, quite good. I am not 100% satisfied, but yeah, I mean, as far as Spurs transfer windows go, very well. I think it's definitely above expectations. Few concerns that I did have was that with the departure of Son, we didn't bring in a quality left winger, which has starting quality. So yeah, I think this is a better way to go about it. So on the left wing, we have these three options. We have Johnson, Odobe, and Tell. These are the three options for us in left wing. Maybe you can imagine Xavi playing there, but I would not want him to start there. I would want him to start at number 10. So there's a position where we do have the depth, but we don't have the quality. All three of them have been okay. Johnson feeds off the performance of the team a lot of goals, but when the team isn't performing, he is not going to get you a game changing, a result changing performance. Autopay has been promising, but he's still a little bit off of the first team level. Tell has been the least promising of them all. Near zero output. He needs time. He has been through a lot. I understand, but it's just bad squad planning at this point. Signing Matthew Tell for that amount of money. Second thing is if you look at the defense, we don't have a backup for Van de Ven and in this left-sided area of the defense. So that is something that has been known since I think four windows now, but we haven't been able to solve it. Five windows now, actually. Five windows we haven't been able to solve the left back, left center back situation. Our only backup here, surprisingly, is a man called Ben Davies. He's, I think, now 33 years old and still covering at left back and left center back. So I'm not happy with that situation. I think otherwise pretty good. We got finally got a good number six. I would have very much liked it if it was a more creative number six. Someone like an Adam Wharton would have been a much better fit because the link up between defense and attack is not so great right now. It last season Madison assisted a lot in that department, but this season it seems missing. Parini is not that great under pressure. He's very good out of possession, but not a very good in possession midfielder. But I hope the younger crop, Crane very well, can learn from him some defensive qualities and can turn into very fantastic players. Sar has been pretty much an awakening this season. Always a very underrated player, but has somehow just decided to turn into prime Yaya Toure this season. So yeah, very
Yeah.
very interesting on that. Kudus has been shining. Brilliant player. What a signing we have had from West Ham. Thank you West Ham for Kudus. Uh, and after missing out on endless number of players, Morgan gives White first, then on Emre as a and then ending up with Xavi feels like a blessing in disguise. It's a very good signing. I'm a bit concerned about how he may perform in the Premier League. I think we had a discussion about him last time, so won't go into depth here. Striker situation looks better with Kolo Muani, brilliant transitional attacker, can play along the front line, can play on both wings, can play centrally. So definitely a very good addition. Outgoings, we have always been poor and we remain poor. Humans on being the highest fee fetching player doesn't sit right. Brian Hill for 6 million is poor, extremely poor when we spent I think 20-30 million plus a player to sign him. It just doesn't seem right. Mikey Moore's loan has been poor so far. They got thrashed and missed out on Champions League qualification, so he'll most likely play in Europa League this season. Manus Solomon,
Yeah,
whatever
Rangers
happened.
have had a terrible start to the season.
Yeah, very
Even in
bad.
the league, they've been terrible. No, not very
I
like
think he's
them.
gonna get the
If you
sack.
had to put down one player, Piyush, who would be your favorite signing for Spurs?
Oh, Chavi, no doubt, Chavi, no doubt.
I had a feeling, yeah.
So yeah, Manus Solomon, I don't want to talk about it. Whatever happens to him, he can do whatever he wants to do with his life. So yeah, I think
But
that's
I think
how.
you missed a departure there with Dan Levy.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
the
I was
biggest.
about to say it almost feels like a transfer. Fuck him.
This is a big one. Yeah, Daniel Levy finally leaving. Uh I haven't seen another chairman. For me, Spurs has been Daniel Levy. Spurs always. He did well actually. I think up until last decade, I think it was till 2015. He did well. Once Pochettino came in, few bad windows, very few signings, no backing at all. So he brought us to a certain stage. He brought the club to a certain stage, but he didn't have the capabilities to sort of elevate us further. So I think that's where it started going down there. And after Poch got the sack, it just went more and more down. And like we haven't had a lot of top four finishes also in the last 5 6 years or so. It feels like, and it's been really poor. Thank God he's gone, and I hope we get someone better. I hope the club is sold to some wealthy owners, and I can just I have no
Get the
regrets.
oil
Just
money.
get, yeah, I have no regrets. Oil money,
But the
cigarette
owners, they did want to get him out because he like they did not really appreciate where Spurs was at, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah. So in January, they said they started reviewing what is happening. Why is this team underperforming? With the sort of investments that are being made into the team. Why is this team not performing? So they started conducting those reviews that led to a number of departures. Led to the appointment of Vinay as a CEO, departure of Donna Cullen. So basically, a lot of staff that were very close to Dan, and then Daniel Levy also going as a final hit to sort of end the story. And I hope it goes better from here on out.
So
Yeah,
should we move on to rating?
right. Varun, what do you rate it?
A. I think it's been a really good window with him.
What about you?
And one more incoming. Sorry, Nikki. Thomas Frank. Mad respect,
Oh yeah,
great
That's
manager,
true.
very
That's
good
true.
decision by the way.
yeah, yeah. Good, great appointment. I was a bit iffy after Ange got the sack, not because it was not because it was like not logical, because it was logical. We were poor in the league, but to think that he wouldn't have gotten the sack if he had finished, let's say, seventh and had not won the trophy. It just hurt when he got the sack. But Frank has been a brilliant replacement. He's exactly what we needed. Such good experience that he brings working with younger players. Very pragmatic. He's the kind of guy that you would want in any club. Any club would take him. So I'm very happy with the kind of players that we have. This is the manager that we needed.
Yeah, Nikki.
Yeah, I'm gonna go some. I think A is probably a fair one because there's been the new manager. Maybe you get like an even better replacement for Daniel Levy. I think this is. I mean, if we leave the Europa League win aside, this particular start to a season is probably one where like the Spurs fans can be like really excited about things to come. Uh,
Yeah, no,
I think there are some trophies coming up in the future. So
don't jinx it.
lots to
Don't
be
jinx
happy
it.
about. All right, I'm not
Don't.
gonna jinx. But yeah, there's a lot to be happy about for a Spurs fan.
Yeah, so I was sort of in the B territory before. I mean, if you don't include Daniel Levy, then it's B. But now that Daniel Levy is here, I'm gonna go S. Why B earlier? Because
Whoa,
yeah,
Let's go.
we missed out on we missed out on a couple of players that we knew we needed. But yeah, now that Daniel Levy is gone, let's go. Cool. We'll move on to the questions. I think we had some more teams, but no more time for them.
Can we go to Arsenal? Just 5 minutes of your time, if
Yeah,
I can take.
sure.
So for Arsenal, I was texting Piyush this in the evening. I think Eza is probably one of the best signings this season. And Arsenal, they will not win again the title. But I think the Arsenal's window has been rock solid. And the
Yeah,
reason
gotta
why
be
I say
S
that is
tier.
because, yeah, got to be S tier. They've plugged every hole now. I think Arteta has no excuse now. Like अब कोई बहाना नहीं बचा भाई. तेरे को
Yeah.
अटैकिंग ऑप्शन चाहिए था, तेरे को वो दे दिया. ठीक है, तेरे को योकेरेस मिल गया, तेरे को जुबमेंडी दे दिया, तेरे को नॉर्गार्ड दे दिया. तू 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 बस सब ले जा, तू ऐसे ले जा. स्पर्स को काट दिया तुमने, तुम ऐसे ले गए. अब अगर नहीं जीती ना अर्सेनल, अब मतलब दिस विल बी द
I
हाइट. मतलब
yeah. No, I think
I
there's
will
a
love it.
real chance
I will love it if
if
they
they
lose.
don't win, if they don't win this season, maybe if they lose by 2 3 points, he'll continue. But if they don't win and they're like 6 8 points behind the eventual champions, which I'm guessing for me, I think is still going to be Liverpool. If they don't win, like there's a serious chance that the fans are going to be like, guys, I think we might need a change at this point. Like this is not working out.
Yeah,
And I
agreed.
think the
Fans
reason why it's
definitely.
not working out for Arsenal right now is this reluctance, right, to move further up the pitch. Piyush, can you just let me share the screen for 2 minutes? Is it visible?
I think we'll have to wait.
Not right now.
Is it there? Acha, okay.
Okay, no,
Guys,
it's not.
please fund a new laptop for Varun, please. If we can get 10 rupees
We
in
can
super
start
chat.
a hashtag for that.
I
Give
think
the
we have
bald man a new
three.
laptop. We could also
Yeah,
get Ten Hag a new laptop that is.
Well, Tenak to got the severance package. He can buy like 1,000 laptops if he want.
yeah, I got like 30
He's
million
become a
in a year.
millionaire.
Yeah,
He's become a millionaire just by being bad. That is amazing. But yeah, if you're talking about Arsenal, the reason why they've been so attackingly stagnant is because of Martinelli, I feel. And if you look at this stat, right, so the purple indicates where Arsenal have essentially dominated the area. And if you look at this area, the right portion, Saka is like ever present there, and he's a brilliant player down the channel. Martinelli has this habit, just like Grealish did in City in his latter years, to just try to take on players, lose his confidence, and just like pass it away to Declan Rice or Martin Odegaard. And that has been hurting Arsenal a lot. So when Eze came, I thought to myself, well, where will he play? Will he play as a number 10? Will he play in the wing? And he has played on the wing for Crystal Palace. He came as a winger and he scored 5 goals also in the 23-24 season as a left winger. So I think Eze will do really well at Arsenal if Arteta sort of lets him be free on that left channel and take on players. Because I think this habit of passing to the man behind you is hurting Arsenal a lot in creating chances, and they will struggle against teams who have low blocks, which are going to be a lot in this Prem season, including Burnley, someone like Leeds, some maybe West Ham is also going to try to change what they've been doing defensively. So yeah, I hope
Yeah,
as it
then
does well. But I even while I hope as it does well, fuck Arsenal. I hope they don't even qualify for the Champions League.
yeah, I think Odegaard will have to step up. He has been he has not been at it. I'm happy he has not been at it, but he's not been at it.
yeah. I
Just
think
in
they
case
probably
if we
need
have any
some
Arsenal viewers.
luck with the injuries too, because I think they've already had a few, and it's been like 3 games.
Come on, every
Yeah.
team has injuries, bro. We have all both our tens out. What are you
No,
talking
no, no.
Yeah,
about?
I
Every
do.
injuries.
You guys being a United fan or a Spurs fan, right? Look at
Yeah,
Arsenal. If they get injured, they literally have players that are the insurance of a player. Madueke is a
Yeah,
insurance of Saka. Okay. Zubimendi, Norgard. Norgard can come for Zubimendi if Zubimendi is not feeling for it. Then you have a lot of players that are backups. I don't think Arsenal has even that excuse this time.
Bro,
Yeah,
my
this
number
is
10 is uploading pictures of his open kneecap on Instagram. What are you talking about injuries? I don't know if anyone saw that. It was horrific, traumatizing.
I I didn't. I might look it up later
Yeah, so he was
and
having
regret looking
surgery and
it
he
up.
like mid surgery clicked a picture of his kneecap real quick and uploaded it on Instagram.
Like all for the gram.
Nikki, but do you think they might win? Is what I'm trying to say.
Arsenal win the league.
Yeah.
I would give them a chance for sure. Like I mean, they have a great team and like they're one of their plus points is like they can hold a 1-0 lead. They can be like not as great. Like I if you go back to the United game, I mean if all the starts, I think we were playing very well, but we just couldn't score. Their defense was really good. Like they got their goal and they were like, we're good, we're playing away, we can defend. So they had the belief that they could defend and they did. So this like games like that, they give you so much confidence and like faith in your abilities. I think you're gonna see a lot more defensive masterclasses. They just I think in like the latter half of the league, if they're like down by a few points, they have to go away to the big teams and take chances. If that is the case, like, it's fine because it worked against us. It could have almost worked against Liverpool. They did lose 1-0 with that great free kick. It's when they lose in those situations is when like the media comes back and be like, hey, you guys could have played better. It's just gonna be at the end of the day their performance aided by the results like against the big teams, especially if they're playing away. That's gonna determine the title race for us this season.
Yeah, they have all the ingredients. Just the question is Arteta the right chef?
He always overcomplicates shit. He's the type of person to like you ask for like a chapati and he'll give you like naan. He'll just overthink it, man. Bro's overcooking for real.
Well, he learned under Pep Guardiola, right? Like, and if you're a FPL person, that Pep Rule always hurts you.
Yeah, dude.
Cool, cool,
Are
cool.
we rating Arsenal? Does Arsenal deserve a rating?
I
Or
mean,
are we
I'm gonna just say S
what kind
tier.
of questions?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm going to say S as well. Yeah.
A because I hate them, but otherwise logically yes.
No, I'm doing a long-term thing where I'm hating them in the long term because I'm going to say right now that it's S tier. So that I can later say that, hey, you had a good window, which they have. When they don't win
Yeah.
anything, which is inevitable, going to call back saying you had a great answer window.
Guys, you're looking at a professional hater here. आगे की planning कर रहा है to hate.
I look forward to watching Arsenal fail. I like sometimes I feel like I hate Arsenal more than I like love watching football.
True,
That
true.
much.
I just it's so much more than football, man. I can't stand their supporters. I really can't. Not the
Yeah,
ones that
that
are like
part I
normal.
agree
I
with.
get that
Yeah.
there are very good Arsenal fans also, but the ones that I see on AFTV, I love it.
Those are
I love watching
extremes, I think.
AFTV.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
EFT even like Arsenal performs bad. Like I mean, it's been a while. But like those bad seasons of Arsenal was just pure comedy, bro. Like after college, I would just put it on just for the fun of it. Because they go overboard on both things. Like if it's really good, they'll be if they win, it's really good. If they lose, it's super bad.
Yeah, yeah, there was one Ty statement. He was saying that Arsenal are a bigger club than Real Madrid.
Yeah. So stuff like that is when you lose like the general crowd
And
football
he
fan.
kept repeating that. He kept repeating that. It's a bigger club than Real Madrid. We're a bigger club than Real Madrid. What did you win in 1958? He was saying something like that. That we won a trophy in 1958. What did you win in 1958?
What? What a specific year.
Yeah, there was
Even
specific
Blackburn
year.
Rovers fans can go be like, what did you win in 92, huh? What did you win in 92?
Anywho.
So we done with the tier list then.
Yeah.
Sure.
So we can end it also. I think we're going over time now.
Cool. Anything from the audience that we can take? Otherwise, we can end it.
We can ask the audience some questions and we can like also answer quick fire, right? Just like
Yeah.
one player or two players, something like that. The first question for the audience and for both of you. Uh, who won the transfer window overall?
Hmm. I mean, if it's just the Premier League, it's a toss-up between Arsenal and Liverpool for me.
Same.
One, you have to name one.
I'd say Liverpool.
I would say Liverpool, just because they were able to replace and get top signings.
I would also say Liverpool, yes. Uh, next we go for who in the big six had the worst transfer window?
I mean, based on our ratings, I think United was the lowest. Um, he could have probably done with like a good midfielder signing. But I'm assuming, what big six are we talking from last season or the general big six?
Revenue wise.
Big Six is always
Revenue.
revenue.
Yeah, yeah, it's possibly us. I don't think we are too far behind though uh, of some of the other teams.
It's a close fight at
That is
both
true.
ends.
It has been a yeah, it's been a bonkers of a transfer season.
Absolutely, yeah.
We haven't mentioned players that were signed way earlier in the window because there have been so many after it.
Did I
It's
can
very
almost expect
unreal.
going at some point in the next month or so, be like, oh, ये player इधर आ गए, ये तो पता ही नहीं था. Like from other teams
Huh,
that I haven't quite followed.
exactly. Yeah.
So
Okay, moving on to the next question. A signing that you we will look back at and say this was the difference maker in this team.
hmm, might go with Eze if
Yeah,
those
actually.
attacking woes are solved on the left wing side or just midfield, I guess.
It was I wanted for Grealish though. I think he's going to make
I'm also torn between the
immense
two.
That's probably
contribution to
one to
the
look out for. Yeah, it's a sleeper signing.
yeah. He's already done well in the last three games,
Yeah, I think he
so
has four
he can do
assists
well.
or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
also gonna go with
two passes that led to assist.
Hmm. Pre-pass.
I'm also gonna
Nice.
go with Estevao. Actually, has been really bright.
Oh yeah, Esther also brilliant. I think. Okay. Potential transfer busts.
Jokerish.
Uh,
I was inclined.
I know. I would only say Seshko because of the media hype. I think it's gonna take time for him. But I know if he doesn't start scoring early, he's gonna be labeled as one. So it's not one for me. But if it could be for the general media. I would just give him time. But anything else, like I mean, I don't know. Maybe you ask me this question again in a month and I have something for you.
Fair, fair. I had Donnarumma because
Yeah, I
potential.
was thinking about
There's
Donnarumma
potential
actually.
there.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
would also.
I thought Donnarumma might have a tough time
Mm.
in the Prem. Uh, three players you're excited to watch this season.
I mean, Embomo for me, for sure. Uh, who else? I think Ekitike would be one who can potentially have
Yeah,
a lot to
yeah.
offer.
Has already had a lot of good output also.
Yeah.
Simmons, Cunha, and Cherky actually for me.
Hmm. Turkey looks like a flary player, no?
Yeah, I don't know what Pep
Uh,
will do to it, but
Maybe.
I'm gonna go a bit out of the Premier League environment and say Mastoano. Uh, Real Madrid
Oh yeah.
would be one can offer a lot as well.
I had Rashford, Reinders, and Eze. But Rashford, now that you've told me
I
that
mean,
he's already there for 31.
he's certainly looking out for him. Not in the way you were thinking.
I wanted him to have a jolly old time at Barca. I guess
Hmm.
it's not shaping up that way. Favorite moment of the transfer window? I'll go first. Okay, mine was the tweet that Fabrizio Romano had that Akanji and
Yeah.
Galatasaray have made contact and they have come to an agreement. And then Akanji said, "I have no information about that, bro. Like,
yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about."
For me, it's like every single transfer miss that Newcastle had and the fans slowly losing their shit.
Uh, yeah, that
That was
was yeah.
fun. Yeah. Because we ended
It
up
was tough
getting
for
a few of
Newcastle this
those.
season.
Mine is a more recent one actually. Now that there's a new interest from in Mark Gay from Real Madrid. Wow, Liverpool will miss this one.
Yeah,
They want to sign him on a free
yeah.
transfer, and they're the experts of free transfers. So if it's Liverpool versus Madrid, I'm pretty sure Gay is going to Madrid.
Maybe Oliver Glasner did Marquee blessing in disguise.
Yeah, yeah. He had a whole goodbye video prepared.
Yeah, I know, man.
Actually,
I was
actually, yeah. Martinez
speaking
also
of.
comes. Like, yeah,
Yeah, exactly. We
yes,
were talking about this
Martinez
yesterday,
also
dude.
comes too.
Because he was leaving on a high as well,
It's
right?
so
Because he had
refreshing.
scored the day before in that 3-0 win. Was
Oh
it
yeah,
against
beautiful
Brighton? I
curler.
think. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ah, well. Chalo, guys. That's it. Thank you guys for watching along. This is it from our side. Does anyone have anything to add? Any game that you're looking forward to next week?
Just the Premier League coming back. This weekend was a bit boring.
Was so dry, and even that England
Yeah.
and it was horrendous. It felt like
We're
Gareth
playing
Southgate
It was
has
just
risen back.
we're playing against City, which I'm excited about. That's gonna be a good matchup. I don't know how
I
we
feel like
fare
it's
against
going to be
them.
a very boring match. I think it's going to be like a 0-0 or a 1-0 is my guess.
No, I think
I
we
think जबकि अभी थोड़ा सा गांड फटी है.
hmm. I have a feeling both teams score.
Okay.
We'll see how that goes.
चलो फिर let's end the stream. Goodbye guys. Good night.
Okay, goodbye, good night.
See y'all.